What's up everyone, Josh from RPM Power Sports coming at you with another install video on our 2019 Polaris RZR Turbo Dynamix. We're going to go with a 6-inch LED light bar for the back of the RZR here under the backup camera. The how-to in this video is going to show you that we're going to remove this rear plate here that covers the back of the exhaust, how to mount it, and then the wiring for it. We've already done the wiring on this, and we've actually already marked our holes. As you can see, the light is squeezed in there now. We will pull the plate to drill the holes, mount it, slam it back up there. We're actually going to do a time lapse on how to do that, so you don't have to sit here and watch all the boring stuff. And then when we're done with that, we'll kind of let you see it and give you an explanation on what all we did. Alright, so as you can see, we got everything back together. It was a T40 for the Torx bits to get this plate off, and then the hardware we had was a 10 and a 12 to get it together, the bolts that come here. On the back side of this plate, there's some molding. There's some fins that stick down. They were in the way of our nuts, so I took it off. Just used a pair of wire cutters or a Dremel, whatever you got. Shave those off so the nut will sit flush. I've got this kind of angled down. We'll turn it on to see if we like the angle that it's at. Earlier we had already run the wiring. We ran a harness from the front of the vehicle up by the battery, which we'll show you some pictures of, all the way to the back. We've got a 6-pin or 4-pin connector under the rear seat inside the vehicle, and then we ran a harness that comes all the way back. We did a set of rock lights on the back. We'll do the fronts at another time and kind of go over that more. But we ran the harness through there. Comes behind the back bumper here, the bodywork, the tail lights. The wiring harness that is there is what I zip tied to. Goes around, catch the other rock light, and then I picked up with its own, we got 3 wires running through there. Power and ground for this rear light are in there as well. I had to use some heat reflective tape to keep the heat off there, since we're right above the exhaust. It's real warm. We'll see how this holds up. We've used it before on some motorcycle turbo applications, and it's been real good to us, so we think it's going to work here. So now that we've got it all wired up, we got Aaron in the vehicle, and he's going to turn the light on for us and see what we think. So there we go, 6-inch LED. The light output is pretty good. I hope you can see it until we can really get into some on a dark night or something when we're riding this thing on the trails. We'll get another video of it, but we think it's going to work out pretty good. We also did rock lights while we were running the wiring back to the backup light. Pretty easy. We got a 3-wire harness here. We cut it open. We got these 2 going into it. The rock light's up here. We marked it, drilled a couple holes, used some self-tappers. You just got to pick a good location. That's where we wanted them. We think the light output's pretty good. The clutch vent is a little bit in the way, but we think it's still going to work out pretty good. So this is all the wires we run up to the switch panel. As you can see here, we got the rock light one installed. There's 5 spades on the back. It is illuminated all the time, and then when the switch is on, it lights up. So that's why it's 5-wire. We pulled extras because eventually we've got a makeshift switch for the backup light. And then we've got a front LED light bar that we're going to do eventually, and that'll be what's here. So we pulled all the wires at once. Pretty simple, runs to the cab, and then we'll go up to the front and kind of show you what we did with the relays. So here we are under the hood. You got constant power here to both relays. You've got ground, which we used for the rock lights, the backup, and the activation for our relays. And then we have switched 12-volt source here, so that's going to supply to the power to the lights as well. 2 relays, 4-pin. We're not using a 5-pin. Inline for your power supply coming off the battery. So right now we got a 15 amp in there. So that's it for the rock light and the LED backup light. We're having a lot of fun making the videos. We hope they're helpful. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. We've had other Polaris RZRs in the past, but we're trying to do everything very clean and tidy. So we hope it's helpful. Everything seems pretty simple to us, but yeah, we'll continue. Soon we'll have big light bar going on the front of this thing. It's got a cage coming. So once we get that, we'll make another video of that. You've already seen we're doing all kinds of turbo stuff, upgrades, wheels, tires, all kinds of fun things. So we'll keep at it.